What's up, amigos? What I'm about to show you, it's sickening. It's just sickening. A survivor of a Hamas, a held hostage, confronted the UN experts, the globalists, who couldn't even bear to look at her. And I'm afraid this kind of thing is starting to happen here in America. So let's dive into it. I gotta warn you, this is very sickening. So let's go straight to the point and show to you what's going on. Look at this.
Special Rapporteur, your report speaks about violence against women. Why is there no mention of Hamas? On October 7, terrorists stormed our kibbutz, murdering, kidnapping, and burning. They touched me and sexually abused me. I was beaten and mutilated before blacking out. I wake up half naked with 7 terrorists standing over me, not knowing what happened to me in those lost moments. I went through days of pain and horror in captivity. And even now, the feeling of being powerless and violated still lingers. I came back with a broken hip, a broken jaw, and a scarred soul. People see my face and think that I'm free. But freedom is not a switch. Trauma doesn't vanish once you are released. Now, every air raid sirens and every rocket from Iran throws me back into that hell. On October 7, and in captivity, Jewish women were raped, abused, and humiliated. And you, special rapporteur, you choose silence and denial. Ms. Al-Salem, you say there was no evidence of sexual violence on October 7. I'm standing here today, not as a report, not as a statistic. I am a woman who survived. I am the living proof of sexual violence by Hamas. When I, another Israel woman, begged not to be raped, why were you silent? Please look at me. Do you believe us now? Will you apologize?
And the globalist is pure evil. Look at her face, pathetic. Pure evil globalist. They deny, they say it's just unbelievable, pathetic. It's sickening. And what is worse is this is happening to America. This weekend in New York, 3 socialists won the primaries. 3 socialists. These people who are, crazy people. Look at this. Pay attention. This is sickening. Look at this.
And finding that, the system of capitalism and racism and white supremacy, etc., have all, and Islamophobia have all been used, to colonize lands, right, to take resources from other people. And so this is like a long trajectory, and we're just seeing the manifestations of that continuation, right, with 9/11. And so a lot of times when people are asking us to respond about, attack, right, if you look back, like, historically, right, a lot of us come from lands that were colonized, lands where wars are being waged, right? And a lot of times because of U.S. policy or the policies in Europe. And so I find that we can connect over that, but then also that the idea that we have to apologize for like a terror attack that like a couple of people did, and then there is no apologies or reparations for genocides and for slavery, etc., is something that I kind of find like reprehensible.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? When she says us, she was probably born here in America, and she doesn't even know what she's talking about. America doesn't colonize anybody. America is the best place in the world. It's the only free country. We are the last standing free country in the world. And people go voting for this. Is this what America is becoming? I'm not going to believe this is what America is becoming. I cannot believe that. I'm worried because, as I've told you, like this smart guy once said it, that the world is being conquered by the foolish, not because the merits, but because there are too many. There are too many foolish people in the world. And I gotta agree, because if you see some like this being elected, we can see how stupid these people are. And there are more stupid people than intelligent people. I have to agree with that. But we need to continue to fight. Like people are surprised the socialists, they've won in England, I mean in New York, but should be no surprise.
16 years ago, 20.
What is it? 2010, 50% they were favorable of socialism. In 2010, and now 66% are favorable of socialism.
10. Capitalism and socialism, right there, favorable rating, 51%, 50%. Look at it now. Socialism clearly in the lead among Democrats. 66% of them view socialism favorably, just 42% view capitalism favorably. No wonder Mamdani had no problem.
Exactly. No wonder he had no problem being elected. And no wonder these three people this week got also elected, because people were surprised, but they are socialists. Look at this. Look what this guy's answering.
Hi, Mr. Mayor. I'm just curious, going back to the primaries, are you worried at all that Dara Lisa's election might complicate campaigns for Democrats as a whole, not including, as we talked about earlier, with Republicans attacking, but just campaigns in more moderate districts?
No. I believe that Daria Lisa's campaign, which was built on a politics of life, on a vision of babies, not bombs, on a call to abolish ICE, is one that is in line with what many working people want across this country.
No, I cannot believe that most people believe in that stupidity. I cannot believe that. Like child care for all. So let us work very hard so we can pay more and more tax, so people can come in here illegally and take advantage of the system that make us hardworking people, our lives harder and harder, and make it easier and easier for you to be illegal, for you not to work, for you to depend in the system. And believing that's going to work, that's not going to work. Guys, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, because we need to fight. We need to continue the fight. I see, as I've told you, some people believe the war is over. The war is just beginning. We won some battles, but continue the war against globalism, because this is crazy. Look at this question here. I felt interesting that she could not answer the question. Why can't she answer the question?
When you have me come back on, we can.
Where has socialism ever worked, Senator?
Is that another question, or is that for the next interview?
That's definitely for you. You said fish doesn't work everywhere. I just want to know one place where socialism has been beneficial.
Well, when you have me come back on, we can talk about all the races across the country.
Where
you can talk all you want, but you're never gonna find a place where socialism have worked. You can talk whatever you want. You can come as many times as you want, but I'm telling you, I've been telling you a lot of people about this. People don't swim Miami to Cuba. People swim Cuba to Miami. When the German was divided, one side was a socialism, the other side was capitalism. What did we see? The people from socialism, they were fleeing away to capitalism in such a way that they had to build a wall. The wall wasn't built to protect the socialists. The wall was built so the socialist people would not flee from their country. So we need to understand it has never worked. But the young and stupid people in America, they are falling into a trap, believe in the Disney idea that socialism is everybody equal, everybody's the same. They don't even understand what they are talking about. So we are in the battle. May God bless you. May God bless America. See you next time.